and peace to all the high vibrational beings on the planet. Today I'm sending you nothing but love and light, man. Y'all come on in here, man, and let's cut up for a minute. Let's cut up for a minute. Peace, peace, peace. Y'all like it up and share it. Also drop them nines, man. Let me know my audio was good. Let me know my audio was good. I mean, I got something good for y'all today, man. Got something good for y'all, man. And besides that, man, we live, baby. We live. Y'all come on in. Like it up and share it. Please, please drop them nines to let me know my audio was good. World of Physical Plane Balances, man. Thanks for the nines. Tiana Jerry, welcome to the live reflection. Welcome to the live. Like it up and share it, man. I ain't been here, bro. But guess what? When we talk about preserving our energy, man, sleep is a must, man. Our energy is everything. If we are not ensuring that we are preserving our energy, man, then there's nothing in this world that we're going to be able to manifest. And whether you want to believe it or not, man, your energy is all about being able to manifest the things that you want, man. So y'all like it up and share it. Like it up and share it. Where everybody at, man? Michael Roper, man. Y'all drop them nines, man. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Drop them nines and let me know if y'all can hear me. Welcome to the live. Thanks for sharing, Tiana Jerry, man. Look, my issue is, man, it's so many people that don't quite understand, bro, the things that be coming out of my mouth, bro. That's the biggest issue for me, man. Peace to you too, World of Physical Plane. Peace to you too, Reflection. It's a lot of people that don't understand what I be saying, bro. And so they run from it. They run from the information that can possibly make their life everything that they need to be. Okay? They run away from the things that's going to help them ultimately walk back in their power. And I wouldn't say everybody, man, because one thing I am loving, man, it's so many people, man, that's starting to awaken, y'all. They starting to truly become awakened to the fact that they are the creators of their reality because they are gods. Yet and still, we still have other people that become offended by it. They become offended by you calling yourself a God, and you have to understand, bro, this is only because of the things that you've been indoctrinated with. You've been taught to look outside of yourself for everything that you seek instead of within, man. They ain't tell you that you was a connection, a direct connect. You had a connection to that source energy. They didn't tell you that you was an extension of it. That's the biggest thing that you need to know, bro, in terms of walking into self. It's the biggest thing. Royal Gillison, welcome to the live reflection. Tarsha Richardson, welcome to the live. Grant Jones, welcome to the live. So guess what, y'all, man? Y'all like it up and share it for me, man. I will be saying this, though, man. Today we're going to be talking about how words are spells, man, and death does not exist. How could death ever exist if you are an immortal being? You are a spirit first. You need to understand that, bro. It's going to be a lot of people that's going to run away from it because of what they've been taught in the Bible. Okay? And I said it once before, and I'm going to say it again, man. It's a lot you can learn from the Bible, bro, if only you have the discernment when you're reading it. Because the way that they have taught you things in the Bible, bro, it's not the truth. It's not the truth. They taught you from a standpoint in which they could control you. Understand it, all right? And so I want you to understand, we've talked about how words are spells, right? And that you need to most definitely be careful of the things that you say, right? Not only say, but think as well. But while we're talking about words, you need to know that, you know, it's a spell casting word, a language that you speak. The English language it's not an original language. It's not its own language. It comes from several other languages. Okay? It comes from several other languages. So that's what we finna get into today, man. That's what we finna get into today, man. Y'all like it up and share. I'm gonna see who's gonna come in, bro. But guess what? I ain't even tripping because I really do feel like, man, this message ain't for everybody, bro. It's not. And I ain't tripping about who don't come in today. It's so crazy, man, because I've had several people, man, tell me, you're not a God. I see other people call themselves gods, bro, and they start to tell themselves, man, that, you know, it be people on their pages, man, that's down talking them, bro, calling them crazy and all type of stuff, bro, because they don't understand, bro, who they truly are. So then I have to dig in the Bible, right? Because that's the frequency in which they vibrate at. I have to give them scripture from the Bible because they don't want to believe me. They want to believe Zeus. Okay? They want to believe Zeus. They want to believe everything that Zeus says because that's what the name Jesus means. It means hail Zeus. And that's facts. All right? But even he said it. What did he say, man? He said, man, isn't it written in the scriptures that my father say, I say unto you that you are gods? Then the same people that claim that they Christians, okay, are asking me, where does it say that in the Bible? You should know. You a Christian, right? How can you honestly say that you're a follower of Christ, yet and still you have no formal relationship with him? You don't know what he stands for, but yet and still you on here telling me that I ain't a God. Do it make sense? It don't make sense. You feel me? It does not make sense, bro. You can't even quote a scripture. That's because you go into the church and you allow one of the ministers to indoctrinate you with everything that he's been taught in school. You feel me? But when somebody who actually did the work, right, who actually read the scriptures, right, or the so-called scriptures, right, they come in front of you and they inform you of what was being said in there or who you truly are, right? You want to doubt them, call them crazy, so on and so forth. When you have people that can break things down to you from a metaphysical aspect, you want to call them crazy because you chose to believe that you are nothing more than the physical body. That's what it all stands for. So now we back at the drawing. That's what it all boils down to. So now we back at the drawing board, all right? Like I said, man, you feel me? This first video, because I actually have two videos for you. This first video is going to be a woman who is going to be breaking down the etymology of words. We've spoken on this on several occasions. I told y'all, bro, when it comes to us reading things, it's important that we know the etymology of words in order to get down to the root of the meaning of each word that is being given to us. You see what I'm saying? That's important. That way you can get a full understanding because you have to understand, as I just said, that the English language is not an original language. It derives from other languages, okay? So I came across this video and I said, man, this would be good, man, for the people who actually, see things from the perspective that I, see things from. You feel me? So I wanted to show you this so you can start to really, really dig into words. You see what I'm saying? Nicole Leanne say no time. Where you been at, Nicole? You feel me? Where you been at? But yeah, dig into the etymology of words, man, because each word has a deeper meaning than what you think it means, okay? And it's going to be, I'm talking about outside of what you see in the dictionary. It's not going to have the same meaning that you will look up inside of the dictionary, okay? So with that being said, man, y'all please like it and share it. This is going to be a very informative video that you're going to watch. Then the next video, we're going to be talking about how it's going to be a man on here who's going to be telling you how he died on several occasions, bro, and death is not what you think it is. So we'll get into that as we go along, but right now, we're just going to jump into this video.
I've become obsessed with etymology and I've been studying words like crazy. And what I understand from the English language is that our words come from German, Greek, French, and English. It's just not one language. That's why when we divide the word up Balenciaga and only add an A, we see that now it went from an English word to a now Latin word that says ball is king. And the even more...
You see what I'm saying? So this is why I tell you the etymology of word is so important, because we wear Balenciaga and you don't know by you wearing Balenciaga, because you haven't dug into the etymology of the word, you don't know that you're saying you're representing ball by wearing that piece of clothing. You're saying that ball is king because that's what the word is communicating. Okay? The word, when you break it down, when you get into the etymology of the word Balenciaga, is saying that ball is king. But you don't know that when you're walking around to the people, this is why I told you signs and symbols are for the conscious man, right? Because when you're walking around on an everyday basis to people who actually know what the word Balenciaga truly means, and this is why they actually wear the clothing, because when you go back down, like when you go into history, you have to understand the ancients wore certain symbols on their clothing because those symbols represented something, okay? And other people were then able to communicate what was going on through the symbols that were being portrayed on the clothing. All right? So when you walk around and you wear Balenciaga, right? And there's other people who are in these upper echelons, you see what I'm saying? These more wealthier people who understand the language or whatever's being communicated through the sign and symbol that's on your shirt, right? They understand that you're saying that Baal was king. That's what you're saying, but you don't, because you're nothing more than the sheep. And this is how they look at you. Let's keep them dumbed down so that they don't know that they represent the God that we serve.
The crazy thing about this situation is that Balenciaga is not the only company that is speaking in this coded Latin language. Look at Nickelodeon. I don't care about God.
You see what I'm saying? Look. All this type of stuff, Joe, is feeding your subconscious, bro. You don't think Disney know this? I'm talking about people who are on the same scale in terms of entertainment, right? When it comes to these names. This is a system that you're... Look, this is a whole system that you're seeing right now. This is a system, look.
And look at Gucci. We just put a space between the two C's and it says there is an owl. And we already know the esoteric meaning of owls. And if you don't know the esoteric meaning, look up Moloch. He was the god of child sacrifice.
And so these are the same, right, television shows most of us watch coming up, having no understanding. Our parents had no understanding, so they allowed us to watch these same shows. Now, when we talk about Moloch, this is the same god that Drake worships, right? Which is why we see him have the owl as what? His logo of his record label, okay? We've seen other artists who have signed to him wear the same owl, okay? This is the same owl that when they have these little rituals that they go to, when they doing these child sacrifices and things like that, these are the same owls that they're sacrificing to. This is the same owl. Y'all like it up and share it, because this is important information, bro, for the people who are willing to receive this message in the best light. It's important information, bro, because, you know, I always hope that when you see these type of videos, man, that you will be more willing to prevent your children from watching it. Me personally, I see nothing. Look, television, it's not worth watching to me at this point. It's not.
And it made me look at Adidas, and you put a space between the A and the I and the D. You get, you give from God. Is that an accident? Amazon made $1.47 trillion last year. And if you type them in Amazon and you put a space between A and Z, you get Love Zon. Well, who is Zon?
Yes, Jalen said Bohemian Grove. That's 100% facts. This is who they worship when they go out and they go to the Bohemian Grove. This is who they're sacrificing children for. And I want y'all to understand, a lot of the children that are coming up missing, bro, this is what they're being kidnapped for half the time. It's not just to take them to Epstein's Island. A lot of these children are being used because when we talk about people who are big on satanic worshiping, you have to understand, bro, that these beings, they think that the blood of a child can keep them youthful. So they're also using your child's, or not yours, but the children that are coming up missing, they're using their blood to spread it on their face with the hopes that the blood that they're spreading on their face is going to keep them youthful. Okay? This is how sick it is, bro.
So let's look up Zon. Zon, a god. Zon Kathan. He is the Midnight Lord, the Dark Prince. At the bottom it says, possesses one of the most twisted and evil minds in the multiverse. His position as God of Pain is well earned. He has been the root of countless tortures, murders, and worse throughout time. Now, Manulife, this one really threw me for a loop. They are a wealth management company and they're worth $40 billion. Let's see what their Latin name means. If you put a space between the N and the U, it says, a man is a wolf. Now, that's a saying, that's a phrase, right? So let's go look up and see what that means. A man is a wolf. Homo homini lupus. What does that mean? So this one was crazy. It's a Latin proverb. It means a situation where people are known to behave in a way that's comparably to in the nature of a wolf. The wolf as a creature is thought in an example to have qualities of being predatory, cruel, and inhumane. This next one is interesting because I actually learned this one in high school. Visa means you want or you seen what you want.
Now look, I told y'all, man. See, I'm gonna tell y'all, man. If you have not seen the movie They Live, you need to go check it out. It's a very old movie, bro, but it basically breaks down exactly what she's saying when she's talking about the word visa and them saying you want, okay? Because they put certain things in front of you to make you ultimately worship it, okay? To look at it as a god. You see what I'm saying? And it's so sick that we don't even understand that all we have to do is start to step away from it. We give money value as we give anything value in this world. Overstand that, okay? Even when we talk about Satan, we give that energy power because we choose to believe in it. And bro, I got something for y'all, bro. I'm finna do on YouTube about Satan, bro, and where it really comes from. Because I want you guys to understand, bro, that when we talk about Satan, Lucifer, and things like these people, you have to understand, bro, that these are just not spirits, okay? You have to take into account, see, that's why I told you, etymology of words. This is what we're talking about right now. Etymology of words are so important, right? You have to take into account who it is that we're truly talking about, who the gods were. We have to dig back into history to see how all of these things actually came about. And in order to do that, you have to go back to the Gilgamesh, I can't think of but you know you guys know what I'm talking about. You have to go all the way back to the Enuma Elish. You have to go back to these people so you can understand who the Bible is actually talking about when they're telling you God who came through the Garden of Eden, and you can actually hear his footsteps as he was walking through the Garden of Eden. I want you guys to understand that these are actually people, not people, but what they would call extraterrestrials, okay, that inhabited the planet at the time. So they got you thinking that these people are spirits, but when in all actuality, these are actually manifestations of humanoids, okay? It's called, Ernestine Johnson is called They Live, okay? But yes, so when you go back to here, you talking about Visa, money is a system. I just watched something where they said money is an energy ritual. I think it was the real key as she broke down money was an energy ritual, okay? And it is, man, because you have to understand that you give all of your life force, your energy, which is really the real wealth, okay? You give all that up on a day-to-day basis for money. You be so tired just to go to work and get money, okay? You see what I'm saying? Everything is all about money. So you have to understand that it's a ritual that's taking place, but this is correct, bro. Visa, look what they say, you want. So this is what you see when you see a Visa card. And this is what, when you watch the movie, when they looked at the money, he would put these glasses on. And when he began to look at money, it would say, I'm God. Okay? The money would say, I'm God in the movie. Y'all go check that movie out, bro. Because it's clear to show you when you talk about the etymology of words and what the word visa mean, she's showing you because this is a form of money. It's a form of money.
It's all mind manipulation to get you to purchase. Because remember, words have power.
Visa.
And how many times have I told you guys words have power? You don't understand how powerful your word is. And for those of you who vibrate at the frequency of the Bible and you don't want to believe what I'm saying to you, you need to understand this is why they say there is power in the tongue. With it, you speak life or death. You need to learn how to start speaking life into every situation, life into your children, bro. You manifest the things that you want in your life because you think it, then you speak it, and you put actions behind it. That's going to be the most important thing that I've ever said to you, and that's going to be one of the most important things that you need to take away from this live today. If you want something, if you want things to be great in your life, you need to first change the way you think, okay? Because so a man thinketh, so he shall become, right? For those of you who vibrate at that frequency. And I have to give it to, because you have to understand, I have to give it to you this way because you've been indoctrinated to believe that nothing is real unless it was written in the Bible. So if I come along, okay, for those of you who are vibrating at a certain frequency, okay, if I come along and I say, man, bro, control the way you think. You have to think, positive, in order to get positive results, then you have to speak positive because your words are spellbinding. You're not going to believe me. You're going to ask me, oh, where does it say that in the Bible? This is how well you've been indoctrinated. You see what I'm saying? So I want you to understand, bro. You have to first understand, bro, that your words are very powerful. So you need to think, because it's only, whatever you think is only going to be so long before you start to profess it. Okay? If you hate going to work every day, if you start to think, man, I hate going to work every day, after a while, you're going to start to speak those words into life. I hate going to work every day. And then because you're speaking it, you're going to start to give that type of action to it. You're going to start to be like, the actions that you're going to give on a day-to-day basis is going to show how much you actually hate going to work every day. And this is important. So use these words to uplift you and make you more powerful, with the understanding that words are very powerful because you manifest things through the words that you speak. You feel me? Understand that. So you need to start thinking, if you want to be happy, you wake up in the morning, you thinking, man, I'm going to be happy today. Then you start giving yourself those positive affirmations, bro. It's important that you look. Then you start to walk in that light. I don't care if something negative comes towards you, you push it out, bro. Understand, bro. And this is what the etymology of words, bro. Let's get into this.
Evidently, these big corporations know that they are playing mind games with you to get you to purchase from them. But what does Mercedes have to do with you will give up? You give up what? What are you giving up? Your life, your soul, your money in order to purchase?
Man, you're going to give up your life, your soul, your money, your everything, because you have to understand your energy is your life force. Okay? You're going to sell your soul for this Mercedes. This is what you're going to give up your life for this Mercedes, because you have to understand, bro. When we talk about Mercedes, we're talking about anywhere from like brand new $40,000 to $100,000 car. Okay, how much of your life force is going to be necessary for you to go get this car? Okay, how much are you? I want you guys to understand, bro, that we are the slave race. Every species has a slave race. And if you getting up and you going to work every day, including myself, okay? I've said it and I say it again. I'm no one different. So look, if you get up and you go to work every day, you are nothing more than a slave race, the slave species of that race, right? In order to keep their system flowing. So every day you go to work, you keep the system flowing by giving your life force. You're a slave. That's each and every one of you that's on this live. That's each and every one of you that's going to come past this video. You are nothing more than a slave if you get up and you go to work every day, bro. Understand it. And we're just a slave race, period. Okay? They work you 70 to 80 hours a day and make you think that, well, I need the money, because you haven't even thought that we give money the power. Money holds no weight if you decided, man, look, I don't care about that money. If you decided today you don't care about money, what weight does this have in society? It holds no weight. But you can't pay people because they've been I'm telling y'all, bro, you have to understand, bro, money was nothing more than another spell that has been cast upon us, bro, that kept us in that spell of sleep. Okay? You can't tell a person that. Look, the reason we cannot shut the system down because people are afraid that they're going to lose everything if they decide that they don't go to work. They don't think about it from the way that I'm telling you that it should be thought about. They don't say to themselves, they don't say self, well, if the world stops going to work, then that would mean money would mean nothing. Their system holds no weight. They need us. We don't need them. Okay? And that's why people like me, I'm so dangerous to them, bro. This is why they're going to try their hardest to make sure my videos ain't getting pushed. Okay? They're going to try to blackball me. Whatever they want to do, they're going to try to do it because they don't need me waking up the stupid. Because that's how they look at us, y'all. That's facts.
A car from them. And then some of the corporation names are named after like things in astrology. Like this one says, not a star for Nestle. And these big name Asian companies have figured out a way to say 3 different meanings in one name. Look at Mitsubishi. And these companies are not dumb. Like, they're not idiots. They have acquired billions, hundreds of billions of dollars. Don't you think that they know exactly what their name means in Latin? I went through all $200 billion companies on the Forbes list, and I have found numerous examples where they name their business one name, and then in Latin it means something completely different.
That's because the English language is not its own language. It is derived from several other languages. They know, they teach you to say when you think that you've offended someone that I am sorry, and that's what you're speaking over your life. They know that you speak the fact that when you telling yourself, you're calling yourself sorry when you tell someone I am sorry. They know this. Okay? You have to understand, bro, that is a spirit that you're speaking over yourself when you say I am sorry. You see what I'm saying? Because you are a spiritual being. You emitting that light from your mouth when you start to speak and you say I'm sorry. Imagine you saying that on every day. You tell yourself you do something to somebody. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You have to be cautious of the words that you say. I tell people, man, yo, don't be around here calling your kids stupid because, your words are so powerful, bro. The more you start to call them stupid, they're going to start to believe that they're stupid because that spirit that you're speaking over them is starting to become attached to that vessel, right? And then because you start to call them stupid every day, they're going to start to exhibit the behaviors of someone that is truly stupid. That's facts. You feel me? So we most definitely need to be cautious when we out here saying certain things, y'all. When we speaking certain things over our children, you know what I'm saying? It's important that we really get down to the etymology of these words and start to understand what it is that we're speaking. I've spoken about this on several occasions, but since I came across this video, I felt like this would be, I know I got a lot of new people that's following me, bro. So this would be something great for you guys to see, bro, so that you will start to speak more positive things and more powerful things over your life and into your life, over your children's life and into your children's life, over your husband and wife's life. And you see what I'm saying? You feel me? We need to start changing the way that we think, man. It's important, y'all. Like, I love y'all, bro. I want to see majority of you, man. I want to see y'all win, bro. I want to see you win. But the only way you're going to win is if you start to change your mind state, bro, and so that you will start to begin to come out of this, you know what I'm saying? This slumber, this sleep. It's crazy, bro. Y'all need to understand, bro, that everything that they've done to us has been a strategic way because they understand how powerful words are, and they know that once you start to speak certain things, you bring them into fruition. They know that.
Well, this is a spiritual warfare. This is not something that we can just fight with guns and violence. This is a battle of our mind. And this is not the only list. These are just the list of the ones that actually stood out to me because I can understand the esoteric meanings behind the Latin phrases. But there are some words that are just words. Like, what does it mean? Do they spell out sentences? Are they words to a song or to a poem or to a book? Why are these companies using this coded language? What are they hiding? What are they trying to communicate with each other? I want to know.
So another thing I want y'all to understand, right, is that, a lot of our ancestors in the ancients, right, they gave names, okay, that had powerful meanings to them. All right. Just like, a lot of your ancestors, when I talk about your great grandmothers, their mothers, so on and so forth, they gave you a name because that name had a significant meaning that will bring power to you as an individual and a spirit and a soul. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the same thing that these companies are doing. Understand that. They're having specific names, bro. They're giving specific names that will represent that company from the perspective and everything that they believe in. The power that they want to have over that company. You need to understand, bro. First of all, like I told y'all, man, even the symbols, man, that you see when you go out and you see Tesla, you looking at the symbol of a Tesla is nothing more than the Baphomet. It's a goat that you're looking at. But if you're not looking at it with your spiritual eye, then you're gonna overlook that. You're not gonna see that. So now you going out and you put your money on somebody, or you give your money to a company that is dead set against you and that they're worshiping everything that was meant to go against you. And I want to ask yourself, do you care enough to say, I know it's a lot of people who caught up in the material realm, who caught up in the material things, and they don't care where it is that they spend their money. They just want to fit in. They'd rather go, they just want a Tesla. They don't care if these demonic people are behind it, are the reason that your life is ultimately unfolding the way that it is. They don't care about that. They just want to have a Tesla because it's going to make them look like, it's going to further benefit their false reality because, we've been taught to think that if we don't have money, we're nobody. Okay? Facts. Messiah Gang Chris say everything that you wear. I keep telling people that. I just said that in the beginning. The ancients, what did they do? They wore symbols on there to communicate certain things, bro. And it represented everything that they believed in. This is the same thing when you see Balenciaga and they're saying Baal was king. So you walking around on a day-to-day basis, they laughing at you. I will never in my life wear Balenciaga or any other Gucci. It's not, first of all, I don't need to spend my money on that type of stuff if I am going to, be in the system. You see what I'm saying? What is Balenciaga doing for me? What has Balenciaga done for the community? You see what I'm saying? For me to want to go out and spend $1,200 on a pair of shoes that 9 times out of 10 is going to be worn down in a couple weeks. You need to ask yourself this. Y'all drop them names, man, if you really understand what it is that I'm trying to communicate. Okay? And so with this video, I want y'all to understand that the etymology of words, for those of you who are just joining, the etymology of words are very, very, very important. Okay? And so why do you think they did Dr. York like that, Malachi Z. York? Okay? He was waking people up because he really, really and truly dug into the etymology of words, so he was able to break it down. The reason he was able to understand the Bible and be able to communicate the things that he was communicating is because, one, he dug into the etymology of the words. You see what I'm saying? 2, he actually took the time out to learn the language that the original Bible was initially written in. That's going to be the most important thing that you do. Okay? Because I told y'all, bro, the reason we have been controlled is because everything that we are reading has been mistranslated. Even with the Quran, it's been mistranslated. It's been given to us from a bogus standpoint. And it was done purposefully. Just like when you heard the word Elohim, we were taught that there was only one God, y'all, that created this. But the word Elohim means gods, G-O-D-S. It's a plural word. But you wouldn't know that if you do not go back and look into the etymology of these words. You're not going to know it. You see what I'm saying? If you don't know the original language, if you don't know the original language, you're not going to know that. And there's so many people that's going to run from this. And there's only one God. It's people that's going to actually beat you down, okay? Because they truly believe in what they were indoctrinated to believe, and you can't come up and tell them nothing else. Okay? And so, like I said, I had to always go back and say, well, if there was only one God, then why did that one God say, let us make them in our image? Drop them names, man. You feel me? Drop them names if you understand what I'm saying. If there was only one God, then why did that one God say, let us make them in our image? If it was one God, he would have said, man, let me make them in my image. I'm going to make them in my image. Because that's a singular way of saying things. But since you said let us, I'm going to assume that it was more than one person. Make them in our, I'm going to have to say, who is our? Because we was taught it was only one. Okay? And so I want you to understand, this is what I'm here for. This is what everybody who's starting to step into their power is actually here for. The crystal babies, the indigo star seeds, they're here to start to get you to start to seeing things for what they truly are, for you can start to begin to wake up. I want y'all to understand that there is nothing new under the sun. Nothing is new under the sun. Everything that they're teaching you is new age. It's always been here. This is old age. The shit that you learned was new age. Okay? They taught you something different because they understood how powerful it was in terms of controlling you. Okay? So with that being said, man, let's get into this next video, man. But I want y'all to do, man, let's start. We're going to dig into a lot of the etymology of the words, man. I know I've been slacking, y'all, but we finna get to it for sure. Y'all like it up and share it if I still got y'all help. And drop them nines if you understand what I'm saying. Okay? So this next video that we're going to be watching, man, is going to deal with, as I said in the beginning, it's going to be deal with more of us from a spiritual perspective, okay? And the reason I say that is because we've been given this false notion that we die once we leave this physical body, okay? I want you to understand what you're seeing right now is a manifestation of my soul, right? And the personality that it manifested during this reincarnation, okay? Because every time that we reincarnate into this realm, we manifest a different personality in order to be able to heal ourselves from the perspective in which our last personality was from our last life, okay? And so a lot of you are saying, what do you mean by that? For an example, say I was a shitty person in my last life, okay? I harmed a lot of people. I said a lot of nasty things to those people, okay? Chances are I'm going to manifest in this life because I have to give that karma back. I have to come in, I have to serve my karma, right? So I come back, and this time I'm going to be the one who's going to be on the shitty end of things, okay? I have to see how it feels to be treated that way. So I manifest a certain personality that's going to heal that side of me that was ignorant, so on and so forth. You need to first and foremost understand that you are a spirit here to have a physical experience. This is how you learn. This is how you truly learn, by incarnating into these physical bodies, okay? And so, we've been taught things from from a five senses. I like to say five senses perspective, because we've been taught that if you can't touch it, see it, taste it, and feel it, then it does not exist. You need to understand that the physical body only dies because the spirit and the soul is done. It's done with it. It's done. It served its purpose. The body has served its purpose. Therefore, the soul releases it. Okay? It's no longer needed. All right? And I know it's going to be hard for a lot of y'all to believe these type of things, because you was taught that once you die, it's over with. All right? But I'm here to tell you that was a lie, man. So let's get into this video, man, because I believe that he had a lot of real stuff to say, man.
So, Daniel, how many times have you died?
Well, I've been clinically dead 3 times, but I've had 4 experiences, what you would call near-death experiences.
And what did you learn through these near-death experiences?
That to even conceive that you're going to die is an insane thought. No one dies. It will never happen. And after being a hospice volunteer for more than 45 years and being with more than 2,000 people going from this world to the next, I can tell you conclusively that you will never die. And when that comes into your thought pattern as a place of value,
My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. Y'all hear me? Drop them names if y'all hear me. Did y'all hear that video, man? Did y'all hear that video? I was cutting up too, y'all. Very powerful information. Okay? So now, what I want you guys to understand is, bro, the reason that they want you to think that you die, okay, is because it instills fear in you. Y'all like it up and share it. It instills fear in you when you believe that you're going to die. Okay? And so the purpose of them wanting you to think that you die is because they want you to live in accordance to the way that they told you that you should be living, unless you're going to go where? You're going to go to hell. Okay? So you dying coincides with the hell that they've made you believe in. You see what I'm saying? You need to first and foremost understand, bro, that you are a light being. Okay? You are a spirit. You are an energetic being. Okay? And with that being said, the only difference between you and this light that you switch on every day is that your light holds a consciousness. You see what I'm saying? And so when we talk about the law of divine oneness, then you will have to understand that nothing is separate, but everything is interconnected, even on the spiritual realm. Okay? So that means that us in the spiritual realm, we all connected. This is why your ancestors can speak to you. This is why lights are turning on around you often, so on and so forth. You hear your ear ringing, okay, and you hear so much other stuff. You might be sitting somewhere, you might hear somebody call your name, and it might sound far off. And you looking around like, who called my name? This is because we are interconnected with the spiritual realm, all right? And so if they can get you to believe that you're going to pass away, okay, that you die and it's over with for you, then guess what? If they can get you to believe that you're going to go to hell, if you ain't lived a certain way, you're going to carry that state of consciousness over to you, and then you're going to go into what is known as a hell state. Okay? And so then, let me refer for the ones who don't understand and who's saying that, well, that's not what the Bible says. Okay? Let me go ahead and break it down to you from this perspective, okay? When the disciples asked Jesus, they said, when shall the kingdom of heaven come? What did he say to them? Y'all drop it in the comment section. What did Jesus say to them when the disciples said, when shall the kingdom of heaven come? Do anybody know? You feel me? Do anybody know what he said? Drop them names if you know what he said. I'm just trying to see who up to date, man, with what's going on. Okay? Obviously, don't nobody know, right? So this is why Jesus said the kingdom of heaven, right? Tamika Nash say, it's not here or there. She say it's not here or there. You see what I'm saying? He said, you shall not go here or there. The kingdom of heaven is within you. You create your own heaven. You create your own hell. The kingdom of heaven is a state of consciousness. Okay? It's a state of consciousness that you're going to create. So if you believe in that you're going to go to hell, right, then you're going to go to hell, because that's going to be the state of consciousness that you created for the afterlife. So when you die, that's going to be the first thing on your mind. You're going to think that all the way into death. You're going to be on the table like, oh, Dad, I'm going to hell. The whole time, everything that's replaying about your life is going to say, dang, I'm going to hell. I ain't love God the way that I should have been loving him. You know what I'm saying? I was eating certain foods, so on and so forth. You see what I'm saying? I was fornicating. I was woo, woo, woo. You're going to start to create that, okay? So when you pass over, you're going to start to create that. You feel me? Not once did you ever stop to think, oh man, maybe I was learning something here. Maybe I had to go through those things in order to learn. I had to learn what it felt like to be a cheater. I had to learn what it felt like to be angry all the time. You see what I'm saying? It's a learning thing. We're learning here. That's what we're doing. We're learning. You feel me? Y'all like it up and share it, man. Please like it up and share it. Because see, this is what we doing, y'all. We learning. We learning. We having an experience. And you have to understand, bro, that you're going to continue to do this until you start to get to that point of everything that you were supposed to learn. Your soul has a mission when it comes.
And you start to really look at who you are and what greatness you can achieve in
Shanna Roman say, now when you cross over, you are in a state of shock and lock. You can't say anything. That's facts. We learning, y'all.
your life when you are going to be you forever. Because think of how long forever just got if you're never going to die.
How sure are you of what you just said?
I'll say it again. After being dead more than 4 times or struck by lightning and dead for 28 minutes, open heart surgery, brain surgery, open heart surgery. Those are near-death experiences except for the lightning strike. And then after open heart surgery, I had to be resuscitated 3 times. That's dead. No pulse, no respiration, no EKG. And after dying with thousands of people and studying death for now more than 45 years, unequivocally, without question, you will never die. And why? You are a great, powerful, and mighty spiritual being.
So now look, I want you to understand. It's a lot of people that come along, right? And they talk about this video of the young man who passed away and they had encounters with Satan. We're going to get into who he is, bro, with Lucifer. We're going to get into the etymology of the word Lucifer, where it come from. Because like I just said, bro, you need to understand it, bro. These are real beings, bro. When we talk about these individuals, okay? And so, first of all, let me say this. Not once in the Bible did it ever say that Lucifer had a kingdom in hell. It never said that. And if it did, somebody drop it in the comment section. In fact, hell was supposedly created for a place for him to suffer, okay? And for everything that he had done, okay? So therefore, if Lucifer is going to hell, you're going to hell with him, okay? You ain't going to be down there by yourself, understand that, okay? You're not going to be down there by yourself. He's going to be down there burning with you, for those of you who believe it, okay? It never said it. Drop the mask. Hallel. That's facts. Chase Gross say Hallel. I know you know what you're talking about, God. You feel me? So now look. I know it was a very popular video going around, man, and I even showed it over here, okay? About a young man who had a near-death experience, and he talked about how he actually, died and he went to hell, okay? You have to understand, bro, that this man also had a praying mother, okay, who was very much indoctrinated from the standpoint of Christianity, okay? And you need to understand, bro, that even she was indoctrinated by her parents as well, okay? So it's a long history of indoctrination that is taking place. So you don't believe that she constantly was telling her child that if you don't live a certain way, if you don't, do this, do that, you're going to die, you're going to go to hell, get your life together. She's telling him, okay, and starting to make him believe the same things that she has been taught coming up as a child. She's instilling that into his subconsciousness. Okay? She's giving him, you're going to go to the lake of fire. Ooh, you're going to burn. Oh, Lucifer was an angel. He had the prettiest voice in the world. You see what I'm saying? She's instilling these things. Therefore, as he begins to transition, or he has this near-death life experience, okay, you need to understand that this is what he's thinking about. Because, according to his mother and society, he has not lived a life that will ultimately end him up in heaven. You feel me? So what does he do? He manifests that. I just told y'all what the law of divine oneness meant. Okay? He took that consciousness over to the spiritual realm with him. All right? And so what I want y'all to understand is that you have to understand, bro, that yes, the Bible was, first and foremost, it was written for the disagreeables. Okay? It was meant to be something that was written to keep these disagreeable beings in check, for fear of them possibly knowing that if they didn't live a certain way, that they would end up, going to hell. Okay? Or it was to give them a certain way to live. Okay? And so what happened was these draconian reptilians, okay, the children of Enlil, ended up getting this Bible, okay? Well, hold on, let me see. I'm thinking it's Enlil, but don't quote me on that. Let me see. Enlil. Enki, the children of Enki, okay? Ended up getting this Bible, right? And we're going to go into all this, right? And they ended up formatting it in a way that it would be able to control you, because you have to understand, bro, that it was always an initial goal for them to come and take this planet. When we talk about who they were, these conquerors, okay? It was a goal for them to take this planet. So you have to understand that, right, at this point, you're nothing more than fool. And it also goes back to these grades as well, which we'll get into as well. And I know it's going to be a lot of people, oh, God, you believe in this? Yes, because you have to understand, bro, that it was actually people that was living here way before Adam and Eve was even created. Okay? And unfortunately, you need to understand that some of those beings were humanoids as well. And this is proven because when Cain was kicked out of the Garden of Eden for killing Abel, he was afraid to leave for fear that he would be killed. If it was only 5 of them there, who gonna kill you, my boy? Who gonna kill you? You already done killed Abel. It's only 4 of y'all left. I don't even think Seth had been born yet. So therefore, it's only you, Adam, and Eve, okay? So when you leave, who is going to catch you if there is no one else living? All right? But we'll get more into that. I want you to understand that, though.
With dignity, direction, and purpose. So the only thing that can ever possibly go wrong in your life is you let something affect your dignity, which skews your direction and your purpose. And that's where every one of you are who thinks you're going to die. So get over it.
So what happens? You're struck by lightning, you die. You have cancer, you die. Whatever happens, you die. Tell us what happens immediately after that moment.
Okay? Once again, nobody dies. What happens is your spiritual ethereal self releases from the meat sack.
The body.
And then you enter a level of consciousness like peeling the onion. Taking away those layers and layers and letting go.
Now, what did he say? You enter a level of consciousness. I told you that we are conscious beings. So that same consciousness, that level of consciousness that may be created of hell if you felt like you didn't live a certain life.
And then you have relief, no pain. Remember, being struck by lightning, I was paralyzed, and the fire that came through the room burnt my eyes. I couldn't see. I lift out of my paralyzed, on fire, burning body. I had no pain. I could see, I could look what's around me, acclimating, and then down a tunnel to a place of bright, brilliant, beautiful light with a silvery, shimmery essence to it that I can only describe using the word sensual. In the ethereal spiritual world, these...
Notice what he said. He said the ethereal, the etheric, okay? You have to understand that we're talking about planes of existence. There's planes of existence that we're existing on. Me and you right now are existing on the material plane. Okay? This is the material plane. Okay? And then the next plane that he's talking about when you are lifted after your body actually, releases, after the spirit actually releases the body, is going to be the etheric plane. Okay? So this is why he says, then you rise up into the etheric plane. You have not yet begun to reach the spiritual plane at this point. All right? And I know I hear a lot of people, man, they want y'all to think that these planes are stacked on top of each other, but they're not. These planes are actually intertwined with each other. You will never know the beginning or the ending of a different plane because they're actually intertwined with each other. Okay? But what he's telling you about is where the body is going to go to the etheric plane. You can actually do this in a state of living, but you're going to have to, actually raise your frequency up to a certain point in order to be able to see the etheric energies that surround you at this point, because the etheric world and the spiritual world, the material realm, the etheric realm and the material realm are actually, you feel me? And it's almost, they're in the same, they're intertwining with each other. All right?
Sensual nature of you is what you permeate and feel.
Y'all like it up and share it, man. If you learning something here, please like it up and share it, man. By you liking it up and sharing it, man, it gives other people the opportunity to come across this information. We waking up, okay? We no longer living in a state of fear because we understand that the fear that they want is only to feed them, okay? They need that low vibrational energy in order to live in our realm. And we ain't allowing it no more. Okay? So the fear of death, we letting it go. Okay? We understand that we ain't supposed to mourn when people die anyway. We're actually supposed to celebrate it. That's another thing that they tell you in the Bible. For those of you who vibrate at the frequency of the Bible, and I don't want nobody coming along, right, and saying, why God always, because I have to communicate with people from the level in which they can understand me. Drop them nines if everything I'm saying is connecting with you. You feel me? What it is, Robbie Bobby Bobbin, say on the same level as you, bro. That's what's up. No sound again. Y'all drop them nines if y'all can hear me, man. Nicole Leanne say I don't have any sound again. Drop them nines if y'all can see me. I mean, if y'all can hear me, okay? But yeah, you see what I'm saying? We growing. We ain't allowing this, bro. It's time for us to start to wake up, bro. We are not allowing them to keep us. See, you have to understand, bro. If you started to realize and understand everything that they taught you was a crock of BS, then they would have no power over you. They know this. Then there would be no way to stop you from doing whatever the F you wanted to do. So you have to understand that everything that's been put in front of you is all about keeping you in a stagnant motion so that they could be able to control you. Okay? That's what it's all about. Thanks for the nines, everybody.
Your connection to the divine and the divine's connection to you. And then
hold on, let's back that up just a tad bit because I want y'all to get everything that he's saying.
Described using the word sensual. In the ethereal spiritual world, the sensual nature of you is what you permeate and feel. Your connection to the divine and the divine's connection to you. And then you have the single most important point. You have the panoramic life of you. The near-death experience, everyone has a life of you, book of judgment, the hall of records, all of this. This exists. You see your entire life pass before you in a 360-degree panorama. Watch yourself from a second-person point of view as though you were your own best friend. So you see how silly you are.
And so this is when he's talking about the life flash that you get. The life flash that you get during that period of time that you're beginning to transition, you're starting to see. Now, this isn't the only time that you're going to see. Oh, when you make it to the spiritual realm, okay, you're going to go through what is known as the reviewing. Okay? This is where you're going to review your life all the way up until the time that you pass so that you can ultimately find out if you even succeeded in everything that you aim to succeed for yourself or your soul. And at that point, you know, it's going to be decided whether you're going to reincarnate or you're going to go to the next level because everyone is not going to reincarnate. Only time you're going to reincarnate is if it's something that you didn't learn. Okay? If you have not, and if you have karma that needs to be resolved, then you're most definitely going to reincarnate. Okay? And so other people, such as myself, we reincarnated to help you guys along the way, to give you the information that you need so that you will start to understand what it is that you're initially meant to do here. For you can remember that you came here with a sole purpose. You need to remember what that purpose is.
And there's just the best friend, so you're not being judged. Then you literally become every person that you've ever encountered.
But you see how they tricked you? They told you that was Judgment Day. The reviewing is Judgment Day. That's a lie. It's another lie. This whole reality is based on lies. Y'all drop them nines, man. Okay? If you hear me. Erica Tate say I'm saying everything twice. Okay, drop them nines, y'all. I don't understand, bro. I know they like to mess with my lives, y'all. They like to mess with my lives, y'all. Why y'all let it, man? Like it up and share it for me, man. Like it up and share it for me. I know it's a lot of people who gonna come along, man, and they're gonna appreciate this information. It's so many people right now that's afraid to transition because they thinking this is gonna be the last time. They first and foremost, they don't even understand that they are a spirit first. You feel me? They don't even understand that. Okay, y'all drop them nines, man. If you rocking it with the guy, if you learning something here. Thanks for the nines, man. Drop them nines, man.
And you feel the direct results between you and that person. You become them. So what's the greatest takeaway of that system? Is paying attention to why you're doing it. Because if you pay attention to the reason for why the action you're taking, it's never what you're doing, it's why you're doing it that matters. What I have learned is to set in motion and look at the reasons why I do things and make sure I'm not petty, make sure I'm not selfish, and make sure the reason I do it is for the betterment of all of us instead of being a bully, jackass, brute, tough guy. Always be smart, be loving, and be appreciative. And keep your dignity intact, because if you think you're going to die, then somebody can scare you with the lack of knowledge you have of what's next. You cannot scare me.
And what I tell y'all, it's all about scaring you. They need to make you fearful in order to control you. Okay? Through fear, you can be controlled. You don't think that they know this? They know this way better than... Let me tell y'all something. They got so much information locked away in the Vatican right now. Okay? Information that speaks on the very same things that we're speaking on right now, right? That could ultimately give you a whole different vision. And you don't think that they know this. Books that you never read. And you don't think that they know this? You got to be kidding me.
So when you look at why you do things or why you have done things, can you give us another example that people can relate to, that they can apply in their daily life?
The most important thing about looking at how do you apply the panoramic life review to your daily life, think of this. The measurement of your existence, and I hope some of you have a religious tone. I don't know how to phrase this other than this. That when you look at the value of your life, 360 degrees, second person point of view, and then being every person that you've ever encountered, you're going to know the reason why you did what you did. Because you're them. You could have just hurt their feelings because you were mad. Well, you're going to feel that anger. You're going to feel that hurt. Or you could have said something to them that made them angry and mad, but it was you trying to help them. And to
Shannon Roman say, well, it's not all bunnies and butterflies on that other side. Each experience is unique to you and where you are set to go. That's facts. That's facts. Because we have to understand, bro, that even if the karma that we commit, okay, here is if you don't receive it in your next lifetime or even in this lifetime, you're going to get that karma. You're going to have to serve that karma. You have to pay that karma back. You're going to have to pay that karmatic debt back in the other life. I mean, in the spiritual realm. Okay?
care about them and to appreciate them. Well, when you feel them, you're going to feel that place of where you came from and how they felt. Always remember, it's never what, it's why. So why I'm doing these videos is the guy who's doing this, I love him and appreciate him because he's a great warrior and a great person. And I hope that every one of you that listens to this, remember, I love you and I appreciate you because I love and appreciate me.
Are we all the same? Are we all one? Are we all God?
Okay, so Aja, Shanice say I'm freezing. This is what they like to do. They say I'm freezing. This is crazy. Y'all drop them nines, man, if I'm unfroze, man. I'm just waiting for a minute, man, so I can, am I not froze? If I'm not froze, drop the nines. Okay? This is what they do, bro. When you giving out certain information, bro, you gonna freeze. I'm not the only one suffering from that. I keep telling y'all, man, we deal with things from a spiritual perspective first. So if I'm giving out knowledge, it's going to help you, bro. You have to understand it, bro. As above, so below, right? So therefore, the things that's happening in the spiritual realm is also taking place in the physical realm. Okay? Understand that. So we got spirits on the other side that don't want this message to get out just as much as there are spirits on the other side that wants this message to get out and is going to assist with this message getting out, okay? That's what we need to understand.
So a lot of times people say, are we all one? Are we all the same? Are we all God? Well, what's the most important thing to remember about that is we in this particular form, this particular dimension, this third dimensional reality, we are the golden ones. Everybody wants to be us. So all the aliens, extraterrestrials, interdimensional, Satan worshipers, all that, they all want to be us. They're all jealous and envy of us because we are the golden divine ones. Great, powerful, and mighty. Take time to look those three words up in the dictionary and apply them to who you truly are, a spiritual being with dignity, direction, and purpose. And remember, if you love and appreciate you because who you are, and I just said that, then the nature of being loved and appreciated is an automatic reflection of what I'm telling you to be the truth.
Any last words? You're not afraid of dying, are you?
Well, any last words? Am I afraid of dying? How can I be afraid of something that never happens? It will.
Hey, and it's almost as if even the person that was recording it was trying to get him to change up, because you know how he said, "Oh yes, I'm afraid of dying." Then he would have been saying, "Well, then how is it that you believe that death is not real, but yet still you're afraid of it?" So he's trying to trip him up. He's coming back along and saying, "Okay, well, maybe he's just saying something, and I can use different wordplay to see if he's going to say something different." You see what I'm saying? Robbie, Bobby, Bob, and say, "We came here to be love and light. We all need to demonstrate and vibrate on this frequency for others to follow, so humanity can live in peace and the shift of the frequency of the planet can change to a higher frequency. As fear and hate has been installed into us, all we need to go within to release it all." That's facts. That's facts, guys. You hear me? So yeah, he's trying to trip him up as he goes along, and he's steady saying the same thing. Brother and Dad said on several occasions. Ain't nothing to fear. You've been taught to fear it so that they can control you through the fear. Okay?
Never happen. Never. Get over the fear complex. Get over it. It won't work once you take your last breath. And all that stuff you think's going to happen, pay attention to the near-death experience.
We need to understand in that moment that we take our last breath, we release fear anyway. We release the fear. So how can it work?
Don't believe everything you hear people say. And remember, people are describing them in their own unique ways. But take from it the fact that they have reached past the boundary of what we call the end and reached into what we truly know is the journey back home. We come from there here. And we go.
And he say, and we go back home. We come from there here and we go back home, okay? You have to understand that once you pass, you go back from that into what you came. So then again, I'm gonna say, for those of you who vibrate on the frequency of the Bible, I'm gonna still say this. Where did Jesus tell the disciple when he said, "Where was I before I came here?" He said, "For you were with your Father dancing amongst the stars." Which we're gonna get into this, bro, because it's deeper than what you truly think it is, bro. I got a lot for y'all, which is gonna be given only on YouTube. I'm not doing it over here. We're going to get into the great aliens, what their purpose was, and okay, because these people actually do exist. All these beings exist. We have to step outside of, what we've been taught. They talk about the Orion star system. They talk about the Pleiades star system in the Bible. Okay? But these are the things that they aren't teaching in these government controlled churches. They ain't teaching you this. Because they don't want you to know it.
Home when we finish this job. And we will do a series of videos on what the job is and what the reason for this job is and how do you get the best out of it.
Danny and Brinkley, how do people find out more about you and your work?
Go to lightstreamers.com, Mr. Mebit. And welcome to the family, and come on down.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you too, man.
Y'all make sure y'all go over there and follow him if you got the information, man. I believe that everybody has information that's worthy of listening to and it could be taught, okay? Especially for people who are seeking this information on an everyday basis, bro. This is very valuable information. We need to learn the things that's going to ultimately, help us raise in vibration, because everything else that we're learning, bro, is nothing more than BS. It's nothing more than the things that's going to keep you distracted and stop you from achieving that. Therefore, you will be able to come back and continue to be fed to this fear-based fucking realm. Okay? So that you could feed those negative energies that fear that they need in order to survive. It's all about them eating that low vibrational energy, man. And y'all drop the mask, man, if you understand everything that was being said today. Okay? Even when we went back, because I know it's a lot of people that just jumped in, and you might want to go back to the beginning of the video, because we got into the etymology of words and how words are actually spells. And this is why it's so important that we learn the etymology of each word. And, when we talk about the Bible, it's so important that each and every last one of us actually learn the language that Bible was even written into. That way, when we read it, we can get the full message. Okay? We can read it with discernment and understand what was really trying to be communicated with us from the real standpoint that it was trying to be communicated from, and not the mistranslation that was given to us in the King James Bible and all these other Bibles that they put out here. You see what I'm saying? It's real, bro. I said it, bro, and I say it all the time, right? It's great information in the Bible, but you have to be a detective even when you're looking for any form of truth. You have to be a detective. You cannot just say, okay, well, I'm going to take it for what it is. You see what I'm saying? That's facts. Because once you start to take it for what it is, then you start to fall for the folly. You start to fall into the BS. You start to live the reality that they want you to live, and you manifest theirs. Okay? It's all about taking your power and giving it to them. That's what it's all about. Okay? And I'm hoping that you guys learn something here, but we're going to really get deep into it. See, I've been studying for a while, man. But I'm going to bring y'all up to light. Me and other people, man, I'm not the only one who has this information, who can pass this information. It's other people who can pass this information to you as well, and who are out here passing the information to you from a different light. But we most definitely finna get into it on the YouTube channel. I got a lot coming up that I'm finna get ready to do on this YouTube channel, man. And we're gonna go all the way back, we're gonna talk about who actually lived here before Adam and Eve, man. How these extraterrestrials have actually been visiting this planet for forever, y'all. This resort that we stay on, okay? How these draconian reptilians actually came down and they made it with the dinosaurs that was down here, okay? And it's gonna get deep. It's gonna get deep, man, okay? Because I know it's a lot of people that probably think the extraterrestrials really made it with dinosaurs. This guy is talking crazy. Yes, okay? And this is why these draconian reptilians look the way they look, like reptiles, so on and so forth. You have to understand that, bro. One time, this planet that we stay on was a resort for these extraterrestrial beings that was here. And it's a lot of interterrestrials that live in the planet as well. It's bigger than what you think it is. Okay? And so with that being said, man, if you ain't following me, man, please go over to YouTube and follow me on I Am Awakened, bro. Follow me on I Am Awakened. Also, don't forget to go over to Instagram and follow me on Instagram at I Am Awakened _chosen one, man. I know I ain't been doing a lot on I Am Awakened too, man, but we most definitely finna cut up over there, man. As I say, man, I've been waiting on this big move to come. It's coming real soon, man. And we most definitely finna get some cooking in over there. We're gonna eat some real. I'm a vegetarian, okay? We're gonna eat from a vegetarian standpoint and get them taste buds and jumping, Joe. We're gonna start doing some, cause y'all know what's going on, y'all. The food is being poisoned, okay? It's being poisoned on a mass scale, all right? And it's all about ultimately making you sick so that you will run to the hospital and they can ultimately knock you off and get those organs. Amongst other things, such as population control. So we're going to start to learn how to make our own food. All right? Also, man, if you hear, man, hit that notification, y'all, so that way you will be notified every time I go live. Every time I upload a video, you will be notified. Okay? And, I want you guys to make sure that you are loving, living, and laughing a lot. Robbie Bobbin say, death is basically a rebirth. Everyone should look at it this way. We never die. I believe the soul will continue, like you said, until you are fully able to see past the real and not for you to either sin or freely allow yourself to be recycled back into the third dimension. Higher your frequency, the better. That's facts. You feel me? So yeah, y'all get over there. Follow me on YouTube at I Am Awaken. Follow me on Instagram at I Am Awaken _chosen1. Okay? If you ain't following me on I Am Awaken 2, please get over there, man. We got a lot of good content coming from y'all. We're gonna be growing. We finna start gardening this year. Okay? We finna start learning how to grow our food inside, outside, and to start to do things from a more natural standpoint. All right? And so make sure you loving and laughing, man, because when we love, laugh, and live right, we vibrate at the highest frequency that we could ever vibrate at. Then we're able to manifest the things that we want and take control over our lives, all right? And I just want to leave you guys as I came. I want you guys to always be aware, because to be aware is to be alive. And as always, peace, family. Peace meaning positive energy always creates elevation. Ashe.